You got enough room over there?
Hi guys, how are y'all? That light beams right down. Look, I got a light just all around me. Now you're going to unscrew the light bulb, ain't you? Go lay down. There, that's no. Then that's gonna cut much off. Is that too dark? Facebook gonna act stupid again. Hi, y'all. How is everybody? Everybody good? Hey, Sue. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Glenda. Hello, everybody. There's something on the screen.
Well, don't break the screen.
Hi, Chris. I wasn't breaking the screen.
Let's see. How's your mom?
It keeps doing the whole reconnecting thing. So, oh, well. See what she did? She climbed up through the. Hey, Susan. How are you?
Happy New Year.
So, did everybody have a good New Year? Sue, how is your mom?
Let's see if you would read. Just explained all that.
I'm going to make it for. You're in Kentucky. Okay.
Yes, I can't see.
All righty. Keep us updated.
Oh, you stupid Facebook. Useless.
It's spinning and spinning. Oh, is it cold where y'all are? It is cold.
It's cold
here.
everywhere. It's wintertime.
It is not in Florida. I bet
it's cold for them.
Sue's not on yet, so we'll find out how cold it is in Florida.
Well, she may not be able to get on with stupid Facebook acting a fool.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg.
And yes, y'all, my tree is still up. I was going to try to take it down today, and I got held up in town, so I did not get it down.
I've been hearing that for a week.
No, you have not. We had grandkids the first of the week, and I couldn't get it down. So
46 at the moment.
Moment. That's in Texas.
That's in Texas.
Yeah. So I'm not one to wear a jacket out and about. I'll carry one in the car, but I usually don't even wear it into the store or whatever. I wore it everywhere today and even drove in the car with it. So,
well, it's 50 degrees. I can see how you fell freezing to death.
I've been freezing since this morning. Oh, bless her heart.
See, I told
Florida
you so.
I'm just curious what it's like down in Orlando.
I bet it's cooler than what they want it to be.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Okay.
They might even get snow next week.
Don't you be smoking dope.
Well, we're supposed to have,
There is Sue. We can ask her.
So what's the weather down there?
Cold.
36 in Bowling Green. It's
30 something here.
It may be
36.
36 here too. Okay. Well, I'll look at it up there.
It's still up there.
It's I went today and picked up extra straw just to have, because you just don't never know. And then this weekend we'll get all the heaters put in the stock tanks and all that. So
hope they still work.
Yeah. So we
had on crooked.
Little. I mean, I think it's just the way. Yeah. I think it's just the way it is.
Yeah, up there it looks okay. Right there it looked like it was crooked.
Don't be mean. No snow. We don't want snow here either.
Sue, I can't do nothing with her. I try. Good night, I try. See, 44 there.
Yeah, that's still cold. Yeah, I looked at earlier to make sure. We have to run the pool pump when it's this cold. So I had to make sure the pool pump was running. And we're keeping our water pretty and clear. So we don't want that pump to freeze and bust. So we just let it run. And we only have 2 stock tank heaters. And that keeps the big tanks heated. and then we empty the rest of them so they don't freeze. And we can, if we have to pour water in there for them, we can. But
Oh yeah, well, we're getting better. The first year we had animals, we had hose stretched forever. We had to tote water.
yes, oh, it was awful.
Well, then I added, hey, Robin or Keith, the Tingles have entered the house. We had to tote water the first year, but it wasn't that bad cold.
Right.
And then I ended up, what was it, last year?
No, last year I bought the heaters.
Was it last year or the year before that I added the spigot on the end of the house and put the frost-free spigots in?
It was year before last.
Okay. I know that last year you bought the heaters. If you let me finish it.
Okay.
Well, I didn't pause either. You just run all over me.
Oops. Well, no, there was 2 years, two times that
So
we had.
we got the water situation where we could get it, but then our hose froze one year.
Oh, that was awful.
So now we're leaving the hose out there and have got it stretched out and drain it every time we use it.
Well, thank you, Chris. I was trying to come up with a song to fit what she was doing, and I ran across that one. And I thought, well, that's pretty good the way she was doing her head. So you'll be hibernating. I don't blame you. I'd hibernate if I could. So it's going to be, they haven't gave us an definite on temperature.
Cold.
And yeah, just cold. And then
winter vortex.
Next Friday, I'm
Canadian air mass. They've said everything, but dang.
Next Friday, I'm supposed to have a small procedure, nothing major, just something small done. And then they talking about we could have snow. And I was like, no, I have had this procedure planned since like October. And I don't want to have to put it off any longer. So I don't know. Maybe it won't, and it'll just be cold and we can still go get it done and get it over with. So, but yeah, I've been trying to put out more shorts for y'all, trying to get them at least one done a day. And I'm working on a live every Tuesday and Friday, weather depending. If it's cold, that's not a big deal to me. Rain, I'm not going to be out there.
So what have you been doing with your tinctures? What kind of tinctures have you got going on?
Right now I have mimosa, dandelion. I'm fixing to make fire cider. I bought some stuff.
What's the mimosa tincture good for?
I'd have to get my book out because I can't keep up with all of it. Yep. So you throw me under the bus on that one because I have it all wrote down.
Welcome to where I live. You throw me under the bus so often. I'm just the mechanic. I change the oil as we're going down the road.
Sorry, but I do have it all wrote down in my book. But for the first of the year, for the new year, this year, 2025, I've got some things I'm really going to get started on and trying. Sourdough is number one on my list.
Well, you've already got it started.
I just got to start making my bread and stuff. So that's
what do you need to do that?
Time. It's lived after your spirit makes you happy. I'm missing something. Autocorrect does a lot of stuff.
44 here. Yep.
I was gonna say something and I lost it. Oh, let me show y'all what my husband bought me for Christmas. I brought the bottle. Mimosa. That's how you spell it. Mimosa. It's the trees that have the pink little like pom-poms, the pink ones.
I don't know if they grow down there, but they are a nuisance plant.
Yeah,
here.
and you can either do the little pink flowers in a tincture, or I take the limbs and pull the bark off of it, and that's what I put in my tinctures. I do it both ways. So, but let me share what my husband brought. Y'all know I love blackberries, and I've been drinking blackberry cider for a couple of years now. Well, he thought that he brought me blackberry cider. He actually brought me, can y'all read it? Muscadine cider. Y'all, I done drunk the whole bottle.
Okay, now tell them what a muscadine actually is.
A muscadine is like
It's a wild green grape, is what, or a
Purple grape.
is what muscadine is.
yeah, and then a scuppydime is green.
Yeah.
So,
They kind of taste like grapes, but they have an odd.
they have a seed in them, but we have them growing all in the pasture. And I have one big one right here by the place set. And I'll usually lay a tarp down when it drops all of them. That way I can get them. But this year they ruined before they ever dropped. So, girl, let me tell you.
Yes, Sue, big fat grapes with seeds. They are.
And they are delicious though.
And they're wild here. We have vines big as round as my arm.
But look, it came from Peach Park. Right below Jemison, Petals from the Past, where get the best peach cobbler and ice cream.
Yeah, we've stopped there at 9 o'clock in the morning and had peach cobbler and ice cream.
Yeah, y'all, that muscadine cider. I only brought that because I wanted y'all to see it because it was so good. I just finished it off today and I was like, you're going to have to make another trip down to Montgomery to get me some more. I got it at Peach Park, which is a place here local. They make all their own cobbler ice cream.
Clanton is known for his peaches. If you look, Clanton's, one of their water towers is a big peach. And there is an area that has yes, Peach Park is in Clanton.
Yep.
Yes, Sue.
Sue's probably been there.
Probably has. And they have ice cream and stuff like that that's generally made with local fruit. They have peach and strawberry and.
Well, I did not know this, but the grandmother of the people that own it makes all their ice cream.
Granny makes it.
Granny makes every ice cream.
You can tell Granny makes ice cream because I'm telling you, it is good.
And I just found that out this week because I had seen a post from them. So
yes, best peaches.
I like their strawberry cobbler. That is what I'm not I like peaches, but I'm not a big peach cobbler fan. But I like
ice
strawberry.
Cream on peach cobbler. Good night.
JC asks all the time, can we go to that place and get ice cream? So sometimes
we have. It's about an hour and a half from here.
Yeah, but sometimes we've just jumped in the car and took off because it's Peach Park ice cream.
It's one exit south from her motel.
yeah. And then they have like a boutique in it, and
yeah,
they sell baskets of peaches or just a couple of peaches, whatever kind of peaches. And they have strawberry. They have all kinds of stuff. But that cider, I've seen blackberry cider, muscadine cider.
That peach cider.
There's apple cider. There's all kinds of stuff. But it is delicious.
We bought 2 of the gallon jugs one year when we went in there, and as we were leaving, what was the woman that asked you?
She said, y'all gonna have a good time tonight, ain't she? And I just sort of snickered and said, yeah, there ain't got no alcohol in it.
It's just cider. Now, I mean, you could.
If it fermented, you could.
Sit out ferment, you could have wine.
Yeah. Yeah, always. If we go that way, we always stop at Peach Park. No matter where we're going, if we go down that way, we're going. So we just really enjoy it. I almost went out and got Tate and brought him in for them to see because, y'all, he is precious.
Mm-hmm.
He is just absolute precious. And I don't know how I'm going to get rid of that little boy.
The little ones are getting bigger too.
Oh, they are. And they're eating so good. At night, when we go to lock them up and put them in, lock them up and feed them, all the mamas and all the babies come running down to the pasture, and they know where their bowls are in their little pen. Not Tate. He is standing up at the gate with Sophie, and him and Sophie is eating out of the same bowl. I had never been until I met Alan. Like we just never went on vacation. And he took me, and that was the first time I had ever been. So
Whole Foods carries a decent. The Whole Foods in Hoover closed. I don't know if there's another one. Mark Zuckerberg.
It popped back up. I don't know. It's not our Wi-Fi, so yeah, I don't think there's is there one over on 280? I don't think so. I think it closed too.
There is. The one right there, Cahaba Valley Road.
But it's just as close for us to drive to Peach Park than it just about with traffic and stuff it is sometimes. So there's a Trader Joe's over there. I wonder if they carry it. I don't know. I'd have to check into that and see. But I figure all this stuff is made locally for Peach Park. So
look on the jug, Granny.
Made for Peach Park. So yeah, I'm going to drive to Peach Park. That's what it says. Made for
Peach Park.
That's what I just said.
But it doesn't say who.
No, but it's good. And I love the little bottles that it comes into. I've got a ton of them bottles. So
whiskey jug.
Yeah.
What?
And you can buy a single thing. Just a single bottle to try, but it's cheaper to buy the whole half gallon. So I wish they had it in the gallon, but they don't. Well, yeah, we're glad you made it.
Victoria. I love that name, Victoria.
We have a niece named Victoria. But I should have gotten Tate. So we thought about weathering him and keeping him, but it's just another mouth to feed. So
everybody kind of serves a purpose, and that he wouldn't have really a purpose other than you just got attached to him.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna be picky about who he goes to. So
I wouldn't mind him going to Angie's.
Yeah. Well, here is something that's been going on our farm, and we haven't really said a lot about it because it's just been happening. What night was it? Monday night?
There's been 2 Mondays in this week. I am so confused.
One night we had walked out to put everybody up, and we were just walking around in the pasture, and all of a sudden, well, I take that back. Rhett was running around, but he wasn't barking, but he was.
You're killing me. We have a coyote problem. We've got a very bad coyote problem. We've had them attack things in our pastures before we got Red Scarlet, even before we got Bo.
Yeah.
With Bo, it helped. Then we got Red Scarlet. When they got up, we haven't had that issue, but we have a big pack of coyotes that are patrolling this area.
Yeah.
Scarlet is keeping them pushed off, but they're getting very big and they're getting more brave.
Yeah.
Her mother, which just lives pretty close to us, saw Scarlet fighting with 2 coyotes in her front yard last week.
She's fine.
She doesn't have a scratch on her.
No. But we're just afraid because there is so many of them. The neighbor has lots of them actually on camera. And so
really close to his house.
Well,
and Kayla, when we were out there the other day, they were really close, and Scarlet run them off. And after she ran them off, I could hear a pup yipping. So I think they've had a litter, at least one litter. That's generally when they come in close and where we have the most activity is when they have pups.
Well,
I'm gonna keep talking because she's done lost it. So we have some people that are out right now trying to lessen the problem we're having. YouTube will ban us if I tell you exactly what's going on, but y'all can kind of get the gist of
Yeah.
what's
Well,
going on.
Caleb, who lives 2 houses up from us, woke up the other night. He said it was probably the eeriest, creepiest sound he had ever heard in his life, and it woke him up. And he has a patio that comes right off him and his wife's bedroom. He said, "I'm pretty sure that Cody was standing on my patio, which is right off their bedroom window." And he said they have a fire pit in their backyard, and he said that they found signs of the coyotes been by that fire pit. And he has 3 little girls under the age of 6.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And what's crazy is he has two dogs, and then they're not like little yapper dogs. They're pretty decent sized dogs.
yeah,
And they were in the area where those dogs were.
yeah. Well, the dogs are put up at night in a
Okay.
kennel. So he lets the dogs out during the day to run, and they're on GPS collars.
I looked at one of those last night.
He has 2 of them on
Yeah.
his.
Those are expensive.
They're just. I'm just going to give you an average of what he told me. What both their collars cost was around 2,000.
Yeah, the one I looked at last night at the Tractor Supply was 500.
Mm-hmm.
And it was marked down. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
bad or whatever.
But it's for farm dogs. It's like you do a perimeter on your phone.
Yeah, you do a geofence on your phone, on an app on your phone. And what a geofence is basically you set up a area that they can run in, and it's GPS ran. So he can move his fence around and everything without having to physically do anything, which is really cool. That technology is really cool.
Yeah, because our system that we have on the front porch, it makes a circle around our house. And so...
Well, it just does. It has a transmitter that it transmits a signal, and they can't go out so many feet past that transmitter.
Yeah.
It's omnidirectional. This is GPS.
I forgot how many acres you could do on it, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
But I had looked at it, but for 3 dogs, actually more than that, including Scarlet. But and they're actually supposed to be here right now. Caleb heard from them earlier that they were going to be down here by 8 o'clock or 7:30ish. So
yeah, I'm waiting for him to.
When we're done doing the live, he's probably going to walk down there and see what's going on. So, we got way too many babies. We can't really set any traps like
Scarlet free ranges. That Scarlet is our female great white Pyrenees. She free ranges. We've put her up, and she's gotten out, and now we can't get her up. We just recently got to where she would come to us and we could put hands on her.
And it's not that what happened was when we put this electric fence up, she went under the electric fence and it was shocking her like
bad, hard.
Time after time after time. And she would not quit until she got out from under it, going out, and it traumatized that dog. But she's a great dog. She is an amazing dog. She's smart.
She's really smart. The only really complaint that we get from any neighbors is she has a box fetish. She goes and finds people that's left boxes on their back porch before they took them out to their trash, and she brings them to the neighbor's yard and tears it up. And she's chewed up a couple things.
Yeah.
Not lately. Not on something hard.
But she's smart. Like he had went out when the coyotes came up, and he went down around the pasture and was walking to where they were. And she's smart. I'm telling you, he could hear her running on the other behind my mama's house, like way over behind it. He's out there walking through, and said she just pops right up behind him.
Well, what happened? Wow, you really butchered that story.
Well,
So we've got 40 acres here. We don't possess 40 acres. We're on 1 acre of that 40-acre family land. And there's a couple trails that go between her uncle's house and her mother's house. Well, when I went out, Rhett was in our fence and he's barking, and I can hear Scarlett barking over towards her mother's. So I slipped out and around and was going to walk down to see if I could see what she was barking at, or maybe intercept what she was barking at. Well, as I'm going that way, she's chasing up the hill and barking. Well, Rhett turns his attention to me and starts barking at me because he don't know it's me, and I'm probably 100 yards from him. He just knows that something's out there is not supposed to be. So he starts his attention towards me, starts barking at me. She runs up the hill, across the top of the hill, back down the road, and comes in behind me.
And when those coyotes started howling, they wasn't howling till we went out.
Mm-hmm.
And when they started, you could hear her coming off the hill, like the hill which our road is on. You could hear her. And when she hit this little clearing, I know if y'all have seen our videos, y'all have seen where they cleared off this old house down here. She come across there like lightning, didn't she? She hears them. She goes after them. She chases them. It just blows my mind. But she's smart too. Ooh, she's smart.
And coyotes around here, like typically a coyote is about 30 pounds. Around here, somebody that we know that has eradicated some said that these around here are going closer to 60 pounds and upwards of 60 pounds.
That's a big old coyote.
So they're huge for coyotes.
Yeah. Our poodles are around 55, 60 pounds. So, they're going a little bigger than the poodles. So, yeah. Yeah, if you've ever seen them at a zoo, they're little bitty ones.
Mm-hmm.
They don't,
They look like a little German Shepherd pup.
They do.
Is what they look like.
They do.
They're more gray usually.
Yeah.
But they remind you of a juvenile German Shepherd pup. But these are like full-size German Shepherds.
Yeah, now we have heard of cases where a dog has bred with a coyote before. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, there was one on some land I had in South Alabama that was black, solid black. And then we've heard of a solid white one here.
No, I've seen this. I've seen it. Now, it's been several years ago, but there was a gray one and a solid white one standing at the fence because I thought, whose dogs are those?
And that's probably where that comes from, is them people around here get dog. I mean, I can't talk. We've got Scarlett that's running loose and we can't do nothing with her. But people around here are bad to just get dogs and turn them out, and they roam. And that's a good possibility.
Well,
they're mixed with a
what
domestic.
People don't understand with Scarlett. We put her in the fence, she crawls out. You put her in the fence, she crawls out. You put her in the fence, she crawls out. And it don't matter what you do. Electric fence.
Last spring was miserable because she would get out. We would find them 3 to 5 miles from the house, get them, bring them back. I'd fix the fence. I would do this. I would do that. We put up electric fence. We did everything we physically could do to try to contain that dog, and she just wouldn't have it.
And now once Rhett got in the electric fence and then we had him fixed, we've had no problems out of him.
He don't want to go back towards the fence.
Yeah, he got in it a couple of months ago. He accidentally backed into it, and he hid for 2 days in the chicken coop because he does not like that fence at all.
And Rhett's a little bigger than her.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. She's still a good-sized dog. She's probably 70, 75 pounds.
If not more.
Rhett's probably 80 to 85.
He weighed more than that, but he lost a lot.
Well, he weighed 70 when we took him in because he had been roaming.
He had lost so much weight. So, yeah. People don't realize we actually spent over $1,000 just on fencing to keep those dogs in. That was our other fencing money that was going to fence in the other acreage.
And that's and the reason that we wanted them and we've tried to keep them in is because we have had coyotes in our pasture, we have had foxes in our pasture,
We had a bobcat.
we had a bobcat. So
And the dogs was the best thing. I'm telling you, if you have a farm and you do not have an LGD, go get one.
And the great white Pyrenees is an amazing animal.
Yes, yes.
It is so funny because they're big teddy bears. Like the kids play with them and love on them, and they play with our dogs. And Rhett plays with the baby goats, and they crawl all over them and everything. But it's like he flips a switch when it's time to go to work.
Well, he amazes me too, because like y'all seen in the pasture, the hay bale is away from their sheds and where they usually eat and lay. So if you're standing out there and you watch Rhett, if they all go to the hay bale, Rhett moves to that side of the pasture, and that's where he lays. When they get done eating and they come back up towards their sheds, he moves back with them. And if they come over in this other pasture, the third pasture that we usually keep closed up, if they're in that pasture, he's with those babies wherever they're at.
He stays off from them, but he gets to where he can see them and where he's close by.
Yeah,
they're really intelligent animals.
It just amazes me to watch him.
I was really trying to avoid getting up more dogs because we're dog poor here. We have 4 without the 2 great white Pyrenees. But that was probably the best thing we did.
Yeah, he told me one day, he said, I'm so glad you talked me into getting those dogs. And they've been good ones. So that's one of the only bad things about is going to have to do the other pastures. Red will stay with them, but I would really like 2 dogs in with them. But right now we're doing what we can. But Red, I mean, I feel like he'd tear something to pieces over those animals.
And I think if we do a bigger pasture or something like that, we may put Bo out there with them. If they have more room, maybe he won't be as aggressive.
Poor old Cash and Bruno. Now Bruno dishes it out to him. Bruno dishes it. These poodles will tuck their tails and run.
Well, Poppy's,
they're scared of the dark.
She's not.
The puppies are.
The puppies are. She's not.
Yeah.
I don't know what she would do because she could be aggressive if she's pushed. But the puppies, no, they're scared of cats.
Yeah, if it's dark outside, if during the daylight, they want to go in the woods and play because they can smell the deer and everything that walks through our property. But the minute it comes dark, they ain't leaving that driveway, are they?
but Poppy is kind of a protector because, like at night when we let the girls out, she sits on the steps and watches them.
Yeah.
And if something, they are very, very observant animals, or she is in particular. I went and picked up hay last week.
Yeah.
And instead of putting them in storage, I put one beside the driveway because I knew I was going to have to change another bale out in another pasture quickly. And she come out and went berserk.
Yeah, she don't like
that bale of hay was there and it wasn't there earlier.
Yeah, she doesn't like a tree fell in the yard one day.
Yeah, a tree fell on the side driveway and oh my gosh.
It drove her crazy for 2 days. So she notices if anything is out of place.
If we went out and laid something in the middle of the front yard right now and come back in and let her out, she would let us know it was there.
Yeah. Yep. Well, hopefully now we don't have anything going on. No festivals, no. Dawson might have a ball game one Saturday in the next couple of weeks. But as for right now, we don't really have anything going on. So our plan right now to start the new year off is cutting trees.
Yeah.
That is what.
The big thing is finding Saturdays that the wind isn't blowing like a hurricane.
Right.
Once I get started, because I'm going to start in a little pasture and work my way around. Once I get a few on the ground, it'll make it easier. But getting started and getting those first few out of the way, so you have somewhere to drop the rest of them.
Yeah, because we got to move fence to drop them. So, and the big pasture where the donkeys are is going to be split in half. So that will be done pretty soon because that one side is our garden. But we're going to go ahead and just pull that fence up and split it. So they're going to have a smaller area, but they don't really need that big of an area. So we may end up, if I knew that
the girls are going to have to be moved back over.
As once we know that they are bred for sure, they're going to have to be moved.
If they're not, then they're not.
I know. I just wanted to at least give them 6 months in there with him.
But that young Jack, he's pretty
Yeah.
On the job.
Yes. And Bruno and Cash right now are hormonal messes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you can't even walk in the fence without Bruno all over you. And he's pretty disgusting.
Y'all don't know, when does have their babies, they go through another heat cycle shortly thereafter.
Yeah, that they're going through right now.
So Bruno and Cash are both a hormonal disaster.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's awful. Stink. Good grief.
You smell them when you walk out the back door. It's that bad. And then Bruno, of course, wants to love on you.
And the thing is he's such a pretty goat too, with that long white hair. But
and you can't. He thinks he has to rub your leg, so the whole time you're standing out there, he's just loving on you, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, get off of me!"
Well, Bruno was a bottle baby, so he thinks he's a lap hand.
Yes, yeah. He doesn't know any different.
Yeah. But they have beat the bark off every tree out there.
And
grief.
Well, they broke one of those.
They broke one of the plastic fence posts that we had the electric fence on.
Yeah, they beat on the fence so much in that area that they broke it in half. So, because last night we couldn't figure out the electric fence kept was sparking on the fence, and we was like, "What on earth?" And it's because they had broke that. So we had to fix it and put it back in. So it's people don't realize the work that comes with animals.
And I guess my biggest thing is, like, I'll see that we've got a Saturday open, and I need to take care of this, and this. And it takes so long to do one thing that by the time you get one or maybe two things done, you're done for the day.
Yeah. Because like this past Saturday, no, I'm sorry, Wednesday, yesterday, where it rained so much a couple weeks ago, their houses were drenched. All the straw and everything in them, from the mud, just them coming in, it was a muddy mess, wasn't it?
Well, we keep them locked up, so they go to the bathroom. So all the hay was it had to be taken out and bedding put down. And hey, Jody.
Yes, Kayla, that is right. Hi, Jody. Yes, you're right. You can't get nothing done because at 4:30 it is dark, and so we had to get out there and get all that cleaned out and put new bedding down. And then this week it's supposed to rain again. So what we do, we usually several of the goats locked up in their goat houses, but we didn't have enough dog houses for everybody to get in. And they don't like to lay on the wet, muddy ground. So we were putting one set in the loafing shed. Well, when it's going to be so cold this week, we need that loafing shed left open for Sophie and the sheep.
And the sheep ain't going to get in.
The sheep ain't going to get in there, but Sophie will. Mm-hmm. And if it's pouring down raining, usually the sheep will get in something. But they don't mind standing out in the rain. But I found a dog house. And so now all the goats are just in their houses, and they all have dog houses to get in. So we're good. So that shed is going to be open for Sophie to get in. Well, she goes in there and poops everywhere. So, But that took about an hour trying to get all that done.
Well, it was more.
It was
than that.
longer than that, yeah. So, but it just
And the 2 or 3 days that I've had, I couldn't cut all those trees this summer. It was I couldn't do it anymore.
yeah.
So when the temperature finally started cooling off and we had the opportunity, the wind was blowing like a hurricane, and it's too dangerous.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just too dangerous if the wind's blowing like that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's swirling.
What?
You end up getting hurt.
Well, that made me think about it. Sunday, they said we could have 30 to 40 miles per hour winds on Sunday. This Sunday. So y'all keep an eye out. I don't think we're supposed to have bad weather, like tornadic weather and stuff, just some storms with high winds. Now, the storm that hit the other night.
Just bring them all inside. Oh, me,
Oh.
Sue. Can you imagine Sophie and the donkeys in here? Oh.
Well, the good Lord willing, one day we're going to have a big barn for all of those animals to go into. So I heard something last night, and I told somebody about it today, and I want to share it with y'all too. And it's totally off subject, but we were told last night, don't pray for favor from the Lord. Just learn to walk in his favor. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about it like that. So not to pray for favor, but just to learn to walk in the favor that he gives you. So we're just going to walk in his favor with whatever he provides for us out here. So there it goes again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now they're back. I thought that was pretty good too. We had a great New Year's Day service. I keep saying New Year's Eve, but New Year's service last night. It was really good, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that just stuck with me. So, and definitely our prayers and thoughts go out to everybody down in New Orleans, because that was horrible. That just broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
So
there was more that went on than just in New Orleans.
I know, but just keep all those people in your prayers and stuff. So
crazy times.
Yeah, it is. Well, come on, get up here. Come on. Oh, no, not everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to Harley, and here come all the dogs. Yeah, we gave them yesterday? Tuesday?
No, Tuesday.
We gave them bones. They ain't moved. Like, they're all over here. Each one of them's got a bone, and no puppy.
And if the others get close, they growl.
Yes. Hopper, come here.
We absolutely have a zoo. Y'all just do not realize.
Yeah, y'all don't see this side of it. Come on. Come on.
Oh, Poppy. She liked to knock the Facebook slap off.
Oh, sure did. Now we all crooked up
Yeah,
there.
we all crooked. Sorry, Sue. Let me see if I can straighten you out here.
No. Excuse me, Piper.
All right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
We quit. Thank you. But yeah, it won't be long, and we will be putting babies up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did see where Jeremy that we got. Who did we get from him? We got the two donkeys.
two girls, yeah.
Two Jennies was asking if anybody had bucks and does.
Oh.
So
No. Yeah. I don't figure, as pretty as all them babies is, I don't figure we will have a lot of trouble getting rid of them.
I was just saying that may be just reach out to him and let him know that we're going to have 6 available.
Yeah. No, Naomi's staying. We're having 5. What, 5?
That who's leaving?
Esther, Ruth, Roy, Tate, and Boaz.
And
How is Chloe gonna leave? Oh, that's gonna be a hard one.
we can't feed all these mouths,
I
but
know that. Hey, sweet girl.
don't be knocking.
She was all crooked.
She was all crooked and looking
Come
the
on.
wrong way.
Come Come on, you can get up here, but you gotta get behind me.
Come on, over
Oh
here.
well, here comes
Yeah,
the
freight-
wrecking ball.
The freight train. If y'all don't know, Piper, the solid black poodle, she is a prissy, petite little girl. Her sister, Hannah, is a bulldozer, an out of control train wreck.
Come on. There she is. She's gonna sit behind me. You're gonna
Are
sit.
you camera shy?
You
Oh,
can-
Poppy said, I got to
You
get
can
in
sort
here.
of look. See how dark she is. You can't see her. Look at that. This is my girl right here.
Uh,
They're gonna all be up here in a minute. If y'all don't have a poodle, get you a poodle.
yeah, everybody needs a poodle in their life.
Ain't that right? Huh? Especially that one. She's got her sweater on.
This one is spoiled. This one is definitely spoiled, and it is all my fault.
Well, I went today to get the girls, and I know they have on a winter coat, but still, I went today to get the other two girls some sweaters, and I ended up getting stuck at the nail place for like 3 hours, so I ran out of time.
We ain't got time to be doing nails. We got a farm to run.
My nails are gonna look good.
Corgi. She
Corgi.
likes corgis.
So a friend of ours has 2 little corgis, and they are stinking adorable.
They
Let me
are.
tell you.
See your nails. Probably not going to
Yeah,
pick
you're
up.
probably gonna pick up real good. They're orange.
Back
There we go.
away a little bit and to the left. Go to kind of where it's darker.
See a little bit of them
See a
there.
little bit.
Yeah. So they're really my nails. I just have them painted. So, y'all missed that.
Here comes the bulldozer.
We were talking today at the nail place, and the guy that usually does my nails wasn't there today, and so we were still talking, and they're like, "Wendy, how long have you been coming here?" And I was like, "Nah, right at 20 years." And they said, "You're probably our oldest customer."
You
Well,
are getting
thanks.
old. You are
And I
getting
have.
old.
I've been going there that long, so and I for years. I did acrylic nails, and finally, my nails grow really, really fast and really long, but it just made them thicker working. Working on the ambulance, they were thick, and it helped them with being acrylic. Well, now I go to Elegant Nails in Jasper. And so now I just do the gel. It keeps them thick.
You get the gel now?
I get the gel nail.
You get the gel now?
I get the gel nail. And
She got the gel now.
but they are my nails. So there's just they grow so fast. So sometimes you'll see them looking bad because within a week and a half they'll need to be redone. And it has gotten expensive. But that's not one thing I do for myself every month is my nails.
What do I do for me?
Your hair. Sorry. What was it Todd said today, even though you ain't got no hair?
You see what I put?
Yes, I did. He told Garrett the same thing. One of our friends is bald too.
Oh.
Oh.
I have hair.
Now I do take a break during the winter, and I don't get my toes did.
I know, Sue. Right?
I don't bite mine, and
No, but she said working in the dirt nails are not good.
oh yeah. But yeah, I'll come through and go, "Oh, I got to get a bath because they'll be black under them and everything."
That's
So.
nappy. Nappy.
Oh, but yeah, during the winter, I don't get my toes did because there's no sense in it. So get up here.
Ain't got time for that.
Come on. Come on, bulldozer.
She's bougie.
Hey.
thought she was gonna do.
I thought she was doing a headstand too.
Telling you, that dog right there, she's a sweetheart, but good grief.
But she is bigger
She's
than
bigger than her mama.
And a lot bigger than her sister, because her sister is smaller than her mama.
Her sister, I'm telling you, is this little petite, comes prancing through.
She's Prissy is what I call her. Prissy. Come on.
Looks like she should be at the Westminster Dog Show. The way she trots and holds that head up and prances. And then here comes the bulldozer.
That's what we deal with.
She's clumsy. She's big.
She's as poor baby. Now I get a pedicure. I get a pedicure like every 2 to 3 months, but I just don't get my tail. I don't go in.
Get your what? Your tail?
No, I don't go in and get my nails and my toes did like I do during the summer.
How do you get your tail did? Is this a service that I'm paying for?
Shut up. I said it wrong. It mixed.
Have y'all ever had y'all's tail did? That
Ooh,
sounds.
I had to go. Was it last week or
Wait, whoa.
Oh, wait. Talking about toes. Was it last week or week before? I had to go get a shot in the bottom of my foot.
I don't know. What's today?
I think it was 2 weeks ago. I had to go. I bruised the ball of my foot, and I had to go get a shot in the bottom of my foot.
How did you bruise the bottom of your foot with it propped up on the recliner?
I wish. It started hurting me after we walked the parade. So
you bruised your foot walking.
Yeah, I don't know how.
You so girl.
And see, I rarely ever get my hair done. Like a friend of mine told me the other day, she said, Wendy, you really need a trim. I said, I know.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. It's been more than one time I've come inside and had to wait 10 minutes to close the door, let my tail catch up because it was dragging. Putting the fence up in August. Good gosh. What was I thinking?
Yeah, I know. It was hot. It was bad.
Wind.
But you can't really pick a good time because here in Alabama, you don't have nice weather for months or so. You have really hot or really cold.
Yeah, we go, we have 2 seasons. You have winter, and the rest of the time, the 9 months is summer.
Yeah.
We have a week of warm weather in the spring and a week of cool weather in the fall, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to next week with it being cold
because what was it? It was 70 one day, and the next day the high was like 30 something.
Monday it was 70 something, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then the next, the
temperature just dropped.
Good gosh,
so fast, and I'm just, oh my goodness.
Really hot is nice weather.
I don't like really hot, but I don't like really cold either. So sounds like Texas weather. Yeah, it's crazy. Like one day you're in flip-flops and the next day you're bundled up in a boggin and a scarf.
And then you throw the 130% humidity on top of it.
It is. It really is, Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
It can't make up its mind.
Wear shorts to work and coveralls home.
Yeah. Well, I've got my coveralls and I've left them in here because you never know when you're going to need them. So they're hanging right here by the back door.
Go.
And
go
but my coveralls, I love them. They're great and wonderful because they keep you from getting, the goats rubbing all over you and getting hair and everything all over you. But I'm so short, y'all, that the straddle of my coveralls is at my knees.
She's got a crotch problem.
And y'all should see me trying to walk up that hill in those coveralls. I am more tired trying to walk up the hill in them coveralls than I am walking all over that pasture.
She kind of has the Oompa Loompa going on.
Yeah, I've still got them hanging up, but yeah, it's just like, it's so aggravating because I walk from the bottom of the hill all the way up with the coveralls on. I'm more slapped out. But I can get out there and walk 100 times around that pasture and not do it. But one
You
time,
ain't gonna walk that pasture 100 times. Somebody
I-
had a gun to your head.
whatever. Don't you be telling stories.
You gonna send me up 75 100 times.
No.
Hey, go get me this. Hey, go get me that.
Was it yesterday? No, it was Tuesday. Me and Scarlett walked all through the woods and up and down the hill and everywhere over here. Me and her did. Me and her just had a good day. And
She
then
don't like anything under. Oh, we're dropping to 30 degrees in Florida. I told you it was cold.
yeah, see, I don't know. Let me see. I don't know what tonight's low
Well,
is.
it's down
Let's
to 35 right now.
I don't think it's going to be below freezing tonight. I think it's tomorrow night's when it's going to start.
Hey, y'all go lay down.
No, it's going to
You
go
wanna
get
go
to
to bed?
32 tonight. So
Go on. Go lay down.
now Saturday morning, it's going to be.
Good girl, Anna.
I think it said 24. Let me look and see. I cut it off by accident.
You so silly.
Oh no, 36.
Yeah, because we're getting rain coming.
Yeah, let's see.
Friday night is 25. Saturday night is 24 of next week.
Yeah,
21.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold. So
Quit. Lord help me.
sorry. Did I cut it off on you? I'm sorry. But
You
yeah.
cut it off on you.
Yes, that's what I feel like. I can't. I can't. Cold hurts my bones, and once I get cold, I can't warm up for a while. So
tomorrow night it'll be 28 is the low. High of 50 for Saturday, then 36 that night. Rain Sunday. Monday night's dropping to 26. Tuesday night's dropping to 21.
21.
Of course, this time last year we were in the single digits.
Mm-hmm. You know who's got a birthday coming up?
That'd be Miss Iris.
Miss Iris has a birthday coming up because she I think it was the January 21st is her birthday. I think I looked at it the other day to make sure. So me too. And then we have the heated mattress pad, not a heated blanket. We have a heated mattress pad that goes under our sheets that covers your mattress. And that will work for me. But this morning I got cold. And it really wasn't that cold outside, but I got cold for some reason. And I've been cold all day. So I was sitting under the I got a warm up throw, one of those electric throws. I was under it till we got up to come over here and do the live. So
I keep telling her I'm going to have to put kerosene rags around her ankles. If y'all are true country, you'll know what the rest of that means. If not, I'll tell you in a little while.
But yeah, a hot shower and then turn on that heated mattress pad and
then she slides up against me because she's cold. Run me out of bed.
Well, you stuck your cold feet to me last night. Your feet were cold last night. So higher 20s. Oh, I'm ready for April or May. So
Is there something I can help you with, young lady?
I don't know what she's doing. She just jumped up there and sitting.
Sitting on my leg.
Come over here.
Sitting on my lap.
Come over here.
She ain't going nowhere.
She's got to be brushed. These girls need a good brushing. It takes a long time to brush each one of them, though.
What did Sue say up there last year? We only had one day. It was in
38 degrees.
38
wow.
degrees.
And that's when it got so cold up here. It was like 8, 9 degrees up here.
I think we had a day that we got down to 7.
Yes.
It was the third week in January.
Yes, because when the day
that was the day that
it was 12 the day she was born.
All I know is it rained or it sleeted and snowed and then turned off really cold because Daisy would not get in the shelter. She continued to stay outside, and she had ice on her back and delivered that baby.
Yeah, and I had to lock her up and make her stay in.
Yeah.
Sure did. And see her.
Because I had the flu, and I was sitting right here, just like, I didn't feel that bad. I just had absolutely no energy whatsoever. So I'm sitting here, and she walks up. There's a glass door right in front of me, and she walks up to the door, and I'm like, who has she got?
We didn't even know she was pregnant.
We didn't know she was pregnant.
She never dropped an udder or anything until the day she delivered. And she's a hefty anyway.
Girl.
She's a big girl.
Big girl.
They're very healthy. And so, like, if you just look at her right now, you think she's just fat. I don't know if she's pregnant or not. But I walked outside and I heard something. I thought, what on earth is that? And then it walked around the hay bale, and there it was.
In teens.
It was 12, because I said, well, at least she waited till it got to 12 degrees to deliver that baby. So
that's the teens.
Anything I know. I was just saying
19 to 10 is
yeah,
teens.
I understand that. I was just saying she didn't have it when it was 7 degrees that day.
No, that would have not been in the teens.
So
single digits.
So
welcome to education hour.
I'm gonna hit you in the head.
You ain't gonna do it. You wouldn't have nobody to boss around.
But we were talking about it actually yesterday, if she's pregnant or not.
Yeah.
So, and it's very well possible that Iris is pregnant too.
Yeah, very possible.
So, I guess we'll just see. You never know. Maybe
Daisy has always had really healthy babies. She is a really good ewe.
She's
always had really healthy babies, and she's always taken really good care of them.
Wesson just had a baby.
Yes,
he fathered a baby. Yeah. He fathered a solid white ram, and its name is Frosty.
Because it was born
one of the coldest mornings.
One of the coldest mornings.
Yeah, so they named him Frosty, and she sent me a picture of him. He has no black on him whatsoever.
He's a pretty little ram.
He is. And won't be long, we'll be going down there to see Wesson, because Cash is going to live on that farm too. And so I'll get some pictures of Wesson's little boy for y'all. So
we're going to swap bucks.
Yes.
Because Cash has fathered. Cash is all the babies right now is fathered.
Yes. Now, Bruno is Chloe, Peppy, and Clemmy's daddy.
Yeah.
But Bruno will always stay here, no matter what. He's never leaving. But I can breed him to Phoebe. I can breed him to Olive, and I will be able to breed him to Naomi also. So, and yeah, that's where we're.
Tell them about Roy.
Roy's a big old boy.
Roy is bigger than his twin sister. He is the biggest goat baby we have. He's a monster.
He is a monster, and he makes this weird sound.
He does like his daddy.
Well, but
he's little.
I don't know if any of y'all ever watched Weed'em and Reap. And they had a goat named Winston, and he made this really weird sound, and that was one of the reasons that they kept him because of the sound that he made. Well, Roy does that too. It's that exact sound. It's the funniest thing you've ever seen, because you'll hear him running around the pasture doing it, and I just get so tickled at him.
And
so
we would love to be able to keep all of them. We can't afford to keep all of them.
No, not until we get monetized. Because it takes a lot to feed these animals.
The girls' pen goes through a 6x6 bale of hay in 20 days.
Get here. Our little boy, one of the little boys that was born, one of the goat babies, his name is Roy. Get over here. But what was you saying?
The girls' side goes through a bale of hay every 20 days ish. The where the donkeys and the boys are, they go through a bale about once a month.
4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah. So we're going through 2 bales of hay a month. Right now, if you could find hay, it's going between $50 and $60 a bale.
Yeah.
So we're spending $120 a month just on hay.
Now we go this Saturday, to fill up our feed bin.
Mm-hmm.
And our feed bin is lasting us
6 months.
6 months. So we are saving a lot of money with that purchase. And then chicken feed, because they were eating so much of the all stock when I feed everybody else, that I have cut their chicken feed way down, because they're getting all stock. Like, they're eating a ton of it too, ain't they? So we cut the chicken feed down, except for the ones that's in their pens. They get a little more. But we are probably spending maybe $70 a month on chicken feed.
On all stock, let's see. You're going through 2 bags a week of chicken feed.
Sometimes, yeah, maybe a little. Maybe it'll last sometimes a little over a week.
I'm just saying on average.
Yeah.
So you're talking that's 4 or 6 bags a month at 12.
No, they're $10 now.
Okay, well, you mix it with scratch. That's how much?
Scratch is 11 or 12. I don't remember.
Okay, so it's going to average $11, $12.
Yeah.
So you're looking at $120 a month. So we're spending almost $300 a month just on feed.
Yeah.
Well, that's just for chicken feed and hay. If we're at about $320 a month on feed.
Yeah.
This is about what our feed bill is right now.
Yeah.
That's the reason we got, we thinned down. We got rid of Wesson. We got rid of June and Josie. We can't feed all the mouths that we want.
Right. So watch more of our videos to help us get monetized.
Yeah.
Share them for us.
I mean, farming is expensive.
It is. But now the food hopper saved us a lot of money.
But and we'll be 100% transparent with y'all. That was a $3,600 investment.
Yes, it was.
There.
Yeah.
But like she said, what is a bag of all stock going for?
$12.50.
$12.50 for 50 pounds, and we're buying it for 13 cents a pound in bulk.
Yes.
So the hopper pays for itself over time. Plus, it's easier to handle.
Yeah.
But then you have the expense of the tractor, $100 a month water bill.
Mm-hmm.
It's easily, the animals are easily costing us probably $700 a month.
I'm not.
Probably more than that.
Well, our water bill was already $65.
Okay.
So, and it's down. It's not. I've knocked it down to 80. I got it down to $80. So that just varies a little bit, but yeah.
I conservatively $700 a month just to maintain
everything.
What animals we have right now.
Yeah.
So you're talking about,
and we are not complaining. Don't think that, because we love what we do. Believe me. And that's the reason I sell chicks and guineas and babies and stuff, trying to help
eggs
offset that cost.
Right.
And so that's one thing I want to do in my farm stand. Once I get my farm stand built, I want to do sourdough and eggs and stuff like that to try to help with the cost of feeding them. So, but we love it. I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
And we don't have as many animals as some of the other channels near what they have.
Right. Yeah.
We are a mini farm. We're all small acreage. And if it wasn't for YouTube, we would still be doing this.
Yeah,
I'm not sure to what extent.
right. Um, and I eventually want to be able to get to where we can milk the goats.
Hmm.
And right now, I'm just not set up with my milking stand to have somewhere out of the weather to milk them. That is the plan for this coming year, is to get something covered. And I don't even care if it's just a lean-to off the side of that loafing shed. But we can't do that until we get the trees cut and the loafing shed set where it is supposed to be, because it cannot stay where it's at. So even if we just put it under a lean-to that where it cuts the wind off of us.
And it's hard to plan because there's so many variables. Like the trees have got to get cut. Well, we've got to have good weather to do that because it's going to be so involved, and I have to have the time to do that.
Right.
I can't come in one afternoon and cut 6 or 8 trees down because we're going to have to move fencing, we're going to have to move this, we're going to have to do this, then drop them, get them cut up, get them cleaned up, put the fence back.
Yeah. And he works full time.
And I work.
I mean, and he don't just have a job where he goes to work, leaves it there, comes home and leaves it at work. He's the project manager. So
no, I'm not the project manager.
Not the project manager. The what's your title?
I'm the operations manager.
Operations manager. I was trying to get it. I just had it backwards. But so people call him all the time with everything. So
so and that's the thing, is I could start doing something and somebody call me and pull me, it would pull me away for an hour, 2 hours or something like that. Or I may have to leave and go take care of something. So it's really difficult. Maybe one day I can retire and we can do this all the time, but
and one reason we do this, I mean, we the eggs, we want to be able to be self-sufficient and sustain for ourselves. So that's why I want to get to where I can milk the goats. Now is Sophie's just a lawn ornament, and she is just my big old cow puppy. She is my baby. And she will always be here, and she will always be my baby.
And I knew that going in. I knew I was raised up around cattle, and I knew that's all she would be, is a pet.
Yeah, and she is a pet, no doubt about it.
But that was something that Wendy had always wanted.
That and the donkeys.
And I had the opportunity to get it for her. And I'm really thankful that opportunity did arise, and I was able to get it for her. But yeah, I said in the beginning that nothing stays here that doesn't do something for the farm. That does something for my wife. So it does do something for the farm.
And like the donkeys, a lot of people are like, well, donkeys are, just no. We will sell their babies. I mean, that is our plan, is to raise miniature donkeys. Yes, they're pregnant for a year, 13 months, but I want the other people to have, what's the word I'm looking for? I love the donkeys, and I want other people to experience that. So that's why we will raise the babies up till it's time for them to go to new homes and all that. So,
and things change. We may, if they.
Well, thank you, Kayla. We appreciate that, and we'll probably take you up on that.
That's what I was saying. Be careful, Kayla.
Because I'm very limited on what I can do physically. So, I can stand and talk with a camera all day. That's okay. We're just glad you're here.
Yeah, I just wish I could see the rest of her message.
Yeah, and when we hit the see more button, it won't pull it up for some reason. See if he can try it on Facebook. But oh yeah, you never know when we'll holler at you and be like, "Hey, Kayla."
And we've had some friends of ours offer to come and help also.
And we are blessed with good family and friends that live right beside us. So anytime, too, I can call and say, "Hey, Caleb, can you come help me?" And Caleb will come off that hill and help me. Mm-hmm. So
Okay, there's the rest of her comment.
Okay, yeah. It won't show us up here, but
Martha, we're just glad you're here.
yeah. And yes, Glenda, it's gotten outrageous. Now feed has started to come back down.
It has.
And we really pay attention to where we purchase our food from, because not that I don't love that big box store up there, because I get a lot of stuff from them, but I cannot buy chicken feed there because it is outrageous.
It's like $10 a bag more
than what I'm paying for it.
What we're paying. So, but our co-op is a locally owned and run co-op.
Yeah.
So we love supporting them, and we really support them.
Yes, we do. We do.
We're at the co-op.
I was there today.
Once a week, usually.
And we have a little local feed and seed too. And I love them. I buy certain things from them because they are cheaper. Mm-hmm. Like today, I bought straw from them because they are actually over $3 cheaper than what I just bought for a straw.
For wheat straw.
For
bedding,
yes.
Not for food.
Like I went up there today and paid $7 for a bale of wheat straw, and it's 10 to 12 at the co-op where I buy my feed at. So it just, we have to, go around and price stuff. I love to feed the goats oats and black sunflower seeds, but oats have gotten so outrageous right now that I've not bought them because they're $35 for a 50-pound bag of oats. Now, if I buy sunflower seeds, the black oil sunflower seeds, they will last a while. And they're down, they were $30-something a bag. Now they're down to $21.99 a bag. So if I buy a bag, it'll last me a long time.
And we're not telling y'all this to get sympathy or
no. We
not just want y'all to and like I said, we want to be 100% transparent. When an animal, something happens to an animal on the farm,
Sue.
y'all, we want y'all to know, we're not always sunshine and rainbows. We like to be that way. We like to be upbeat and have fun. And you'll see me give Wendy a hard time, and she gives me a hard time.
Hey, Catherine. We were talking about y'all the other day, Catherine, was your ears are burning. But y'all have a silo, I think, for y'all's feed, correct?
And we looked at some silos on Marketplace, and they were really reasonable.
Yes, and I would love to just have one for the look of it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it would be just a throw money out there for that. But right now, don't have it
Martha,
working okay. But eventually, when we get everything moved and get to
well, and that's the thing, is to use a silo and use it correctly. There's more than just putting a silo up.
Right,
and
right.
I'm sure she would.
And here, we don't have anybody that delivers feed.
Right. We would have, I don't know that. I don't know of anybody that delivers feed.
Right.
What we may, if we did do a silo, what we would probably have to do is get a grain elevator, and we would have to take our portable grain bin to the co-op, fill it up, bring it back here, and use the grain elevator to put it in the silo.
Well, and this is something too, Catherine, that you and Tony might really be looking at buying. And I know, like for Jason and Brooke, they feed all the animals different feed. Mm-hmm. They feed a special goat feed and all that. We don't. I've checked, believe me, I've checked it all into it, the ratios, everything. The all stock works really good for us. And I will give the goats a certain stuff that they need, like black oil sunflower seeds. We supplement
our all stock.
Yes.
For the bulk of what we feed, all stock works for us.
Yes. And buying one of those big feed hoppers that we pull behind our truck was the best investment we have ever done. Been worth every dime, hadn't it?
Yeah.
And since we have bought it, we've only filled it up 3 times.
We filled it 3 times?
We filled it 3 times.
We filled it when we first got it. We filled it this summer.
And we filled it up a couple months ago. Well, been over a couple months ago.
No, it's been 6 months since we filled it up.
Been 6 months.
Filled it twice, haven't we?
No, we filled it 3 times. We filled it 3 times. Yeah. Because I was looking at the receipts the other day. Yeah.
change my
Bless your
hat
heart, Sue. I know you're exhausted.
here. We got that, and this is not a paid sponsor, but C&B in Athens, Alabama, is where we got our hopper, our grain bin,
I call it a food hopper.
and then Broadhead Equipment is where the tractor came from.
Yeah.
Not a paid sponsor, but they both places helped us out greatly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I totally understand that.
Right.
Totally. Now when oats and stuff starts coming down, I mix oats, corn, and black oil sunflower seeds with our all stock for the donkeys. I try to give them that, but like right now, oats is so expensive. That's why I haven't bought it.
Them.
Yeah, a friend of ours, that's all they feed their horses, and they cannot find them. He said he's been everywhere trying to find oats. So, but the boy goats, yes, you're supposed to give them all that special stuff so they don't get stones and all that. The biggest thing is we barely feed those boy goats any grain. They get just pure hay.
And then we put, what is it that we put in their feed too?
The mineral blocks?
No. It's in the bag, the something acid.
Oh, well, you just made me lose my name of it.
There's something that we put in their feed.
Sodium
chloride?
It's not sodium chloride.
Sodium.
I can see it on the bag out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we do that for them. But that's your biggest problem with male goats for stones or even sheep is how much grain and stuff that they get. Ammonium chloride.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah, and I have a huge 50-pound bag of it in my building that I keep all the time. But
we before we started YouTube, we did have a ram, and
he was our first ram ever.
And he got stones, and we took him to the vet, and we did everything we tried, and it was he was just so full of stones that he passed away.
Yeah, and that's when I learned how to do a lot of stuff on sheep, y'all.
A lot of things we won't discuss here.
No, but if you're a farm girl or a farm boy, you better learn to do whatever it needs to take care of your animals.
One word: fizzle.
Fizzle. Yeah. Yeah, and
and weathers are worse about stones.
And I had his stones moving. Like I had drenched him with ammonium chloride, and I had stones coming out of him like crazy. But there was so many of them. But we didn't know with him, because he was our first ram ever. He really liked dog food, and we could not keep him out of the dog food. And we always found him eating the chicken's feed, always. And so, and we didn't know. We didn't know.
We've learned a lot.
Yes, we've learned a lot. They do not. The boys don't get any kind of chicken feed whatsoever. Like the chickens aren't even fed around their pen at all.
Everybody, and that's, I hate to say it, but a friend of mine told me early on, he said, because we had lost, I think it was when we lost him. He told me, he said, look, if you got livestock, you're going to have dead stock.
Yeah.
There's some of them, they're just not going to make it.
You want to make a kid and you want to teach a kid about life? Take them to a farm and let them work on a farm.
Yeah.
JC's learned the hard way, bless her heart. JC has shed a lot of tears over these animals. She's like me. She's got such a tender heart.
And she loves them. She really loves them.
And Nolan, though. Nolan is going to be. So, yeah.
And that's the reason we started this channel, is because originally when we started getting into this, the only channels that I could find, or I found first, were out of state, to figure out how to do things and methods for doing things. That's when I ran up on Brooke and Jason with Cog Hill, and they were local.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 weeks before they had the Pedals from the Past, their meet and greet.
Yeah, and that's where we met Crazy Lizzie Goat Farm.
Yeah, we stood in line with them for an hour and a half just to shake Brooke and Jason's hand and tell them that, we appreciated watching, what they were doing and stuff. I learned a lot from Brooke and Jason.
Yes.
And also we met
Gene and Tracy.
Gene and Tracy. We've become really,
Really
good
good
friends
friends.
with Gene and Tracy, and Tracy is such a wealth of knowledge.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
text her all the time. Hey, tell me this.
and Gene is so good for comedy relief.
Yes.
And we met a Head family farm there, and we met the Perry Hill farm. Perry
Mhm.
Hill was in their infancy also.
Yeah, and then we met Catherine because
We
she
met-
started coming around,
Yeah,
and
we met Catherine, and then we met Chestnut Hills.
yeah,
We met Arms Family Farm, Walker Family
yeah.
Farm. We've met so many good people here. We've watched their channels. We don't get to watch them like we want to,
yeah,
because we're and Catherine can tell you this also, that once you get started in it, uh, the deeper you go, the more work it requires. We don't have the time to watch our friends' farms anymore
yeah.
like we'd like to, but we still, yeah, I'm so far behind here. It that's just part of it. Just realize
I'm not sure, Martha. I would have to check it, but I'm not positive. And that might be
that may be
why
why,
you can't
Martha.
find them. So, because I even looked yesterday when I was at Tractor Supply to see if
Yeah.
they had, yeah, yesterday to see if they had oats, and they didn't have them.
But yeah, everybody, we are so appreciative of everybody, because we learned a lot from watching their videos, and that's what gave us a leg up and how we got started.
Right. Well, like too, when we first got goats, you hear people all the time go, "Don't even get goats till you research it." Well, you can't learn everything there is about
No.
goats before you go buy one. Believe me, you cannot. There's so much to it.
Mm-hmm.
Did I sit down and do a lot of research? Yes, I did. And I have an amazing vet who does not see a lot of, he's not a farm vet, and he doesn't see a lot of animals, but he will for me. He is great. He goes above and beyond for us. He has for many years.
Yeah, he is really good.
Even before I had farm animals. And if I have a question, I'll just stop by there and he will come on, I'll show you. Like when Sophie got sick and had that rectal prolapse, he said, "Come here, I'm going to show you how to do this. So if it ever happens again, you know how to do it." And so, and he don't even see cattle anymore. And I stopped by there. He said, "Let me walk out here." He looked at, he said, "Yeah, I can fix that." So, but get in good with a vet because you need to now, because you can't get antibiotics and all of that. And I can go to him and he will give me a prescription for it, if I need it. But you do have to educate yourself. And so what I learn, I try to educate y'all.
Exactly. That's
so
what
we
I
can
was getting
share.
to, is that's the reason we started this channel, is because some things that Catherine at G&G experiences may not be something that we've had to deal with,
Right.
and we may deal with something that she hasn't had to deal with
Right,
yet.
right. So we all help each other, and I mean, it's we can all text each other back and forth too, because we all have each other's phone numbers, and so we, and like,
and this community is so great.
It is.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that I could call Gene or Lumpy or Eric or any of these guys and
Stumpy.
say, "Hey,
you
Stumpy."
You said Lumpy. I was like, Lumpy, Stumpy.
Stumpy. I'm sorry. We'll start calling the other Eric Lumpy. Stumpy and Lumpy.
But yeah, and it's like, it's, I know that y'all don't see us doing a lot of, most of the time you just see the animals, but it is hard for me to do a lot of stuff physically when he's not here. So, and a lot of times he forgets that I'm trying to video him and he just carries on.
My problem is I'm so limited on time, and there's certain things that I'm trying to get done. And when you video, it takes twice as long.
Right, right.
So and I've always been the person that I've got this problem I have to solve. I put my head down and I handle it.
Yeah.
So there's your another follower, Glenda.
But I didn't even realize it was 9:30. But we got to go put babies up, and
Wow, it is 9:30.
yeah,
We've been on
but
here a long time. No
but
wonder Sue has
fell
fell asleep
asleep.
on us. It's all right. I'm sure she'll catch the replay.
But I will definitely, Sue, if you're still here, I will be checking on your mom.
Yeah.
So, and like I've told Sue, if you have prayer requests and y'all have something, please message me. You are better off to message me on my personal page, and please do look me up. I don't have a problem with you being on my personal page at all. Because a lot of times, for some reason, Facebook does not show me that the farm messenger has messages. And like the other day, it popped up like 25 messages that had been there for a while that I had never seen. So don't hesitate to message me on my personal Facebook. Send me a prayer request, whatever. And because if you got a prayer request, bring it to us.
Yeah.
So,
and don't forget, Monday our video hits, our drops
at 8:00, and then
at 8:00. Then we do a live Monday,
Tuesday and Friday is our plan since the holidays and everything's over with.
We'll do just a little impromptu. Also, we do our weekly lives every Thursday night at 8:00.
Yes.
Thank y'all for being here and staying with us for this hour and a half and listening to us
ramble. I feel like sometimes I just ramble.
And I'll be honest with y'all, last week I was struggling. I mean, like this week has went by fast and everything. Last week was just I was on
we was exhausted. Bus. I've been exhausted. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And this week has actually been a good week for me. I have not been really tired, and I think everything just caught up with us. Now, we did have the grandbabies because our daughter was sick with the flu, and one of the grandbabies had the flu. So we had the other grandbabies trying to keep them from getting the flu, and whew, yeah. I'm not quite as young as I used to be.
We were definitely engineering the struggle bus last week. Yeah. Thank y'all for y'all's commitment and staying with us.
Yes, because we were just so. Well, we hate to run, but we got to go put babies up, feed everything, and we love you guys too. We really do love you guys, and we appreciate y'all tremendously. So
it won't be too much longer. Pedals will be doing.
If I haven't heard, but I'm pretty sure they're going to do pedals this year.
Antique in the garden.
Yeah. So
it's usually in April.
Yes.
We haven't. Now, don't hold me to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any of the planning. They just allow us to come and hang out with them.
Yeah. And we would appreciate it if y'all would share our videos for us. That just helps us out a little bit.
Right.
Just leave us a comment, even if it's a, hey, how you doing? Hello there. And a thumbs up would be great. Yeah. That pushes our videos because for some reason, Facebook has quit pushing our videos, and it started ever since I was doing the devotions. Mm-hmm. But I did do a second page for devotions, which is Faith on the Farm. So y'all can go over there and check that one out too. But if y'all would just do that for us, we would greatly appreciate it because I don't know why they have quit pushing everything, and our views have been taken over half away compared to what we were having. So,
and anything that y'all would like to see or any questions you'd like, put it in the comments. Email us at
anwminifarm@gmail.com.
And we'll be glad to answer any
it's in our email address is always in the description of every video. Mm-hmm. So if you need to get in touch with us, our P.O. box there, that's what I didn't go by. Let's check the P.O. box. Our P.O. box number is in there too, so if y'all need any of that, that is there. So, but we love you guys. Thank y'all for hanging with us, and Jesus loves you. Bye, guys. They heard me say bye. They jumped up.